Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another edition of Top 5 Best PC Game Deals of the Week. A lot of e-tailers right now are running some really solid sales. Humble's got a great spring sale. The Razer Game Store is picking up a lot of steam, and they've got some really good deals. And then Fanatical also has a couple of good deals, and over there you can also use the code MAY10 to save an extra 10%. So speaking of Fanatical, we'll start with their deals. First of all, we've got Batman Arkham Knight, 75% off down to $4.99. That is for the base copy of the game. Alternatively, they do have Batman Arkham Knight, the premium edition, as a part of their star deal. That is for as long as supplies last, or 48 hours. That includes Batman Arkham Knight as well as additional season pass content. I would say if you're trying to get the entire Arkham Knight experience, the season pass does add a substantial amount of content, so maybe that's something you want to look at. Alternatively, using the code MAY10, you end up getting Batman Arkham Knight, the base game, for just $4.50, and that's a pretty ridiculous deal for Arkham Knight. A game that whenever I talk about it does bring back some bad memories. I remember playing this game on launch night, and it was one of the worst PC ports ever released. It was literally that bad, but since then it has become a far better experience, and the game itself, Arkham Knight, is a solid game. Gameplay's solid. It's got a lot of content. Really, you can decide for yourself whether or not you just want the base game, or if you want to spend a little bit extra and get the premium edition. Either way, you can't really go wrong. Another deal they have is Mad Max, which is 75% off for $5. Use the code MAY10 and you'll end up getting it for $4.50. Mad Max is one of those games that was heavily underrated. It was released all the way back in 2015, and it also had the pleasantry of being released on the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, Avalanche and Warner Brothers were kicking themselves for that one because it was pretty obvious what game gamers were gonna pick up. Metal Gear Solid 5 was without a doubt the better game, but Mad Max was a good game in its own right. It had the very satisfying combat that's kind of similar to the Arkham games. It is an open world title, but being set in a desert, it is very barren. One great thing I can say about Mad Max is the performance in this game is top notch. It runs beautifully even on lower end hardware, and that's definitely a good thing. While I wouldn't put Mad Max among the top open world games released this generation, it is a solid one, and at this price you can't go wrong with it. Moving on, the Razer Game Store is picking up some real steam, and they've got an awesome deal on Dying Light Enhanced Edition. It's 70% off down to $18, but if you buy it right now, you also get a $15 Razer Game Store discount voucher that you can put towards anything else on the store. That's a pretty incredible deal. I mean, if you value that at $15, you end up getting Dying Light Enhanced Edition for $3, and that's a ridiculous deal. This is a game that's really held up its value. Obviously, I don't think you guys value a discount voucher at $15, but it is something significant to get on top of your purchase. And $18 is around the price that Dying Light Enhanced Edition already went for. I believe that's a little bit cheaper than it typically goes for, actually. And you get that discount voucher to put towards something else at the store. That's a great deal. And Dying Light, the game itself, is really, really good. One of the more underrated games of this generation. Developed by Techland, the PC version is wonderful. You do need a little bit higher end of a PC if you want to max it out and play it at a high frame rate, but it's a fantastic zombie survival game. Great combat, great ambiance and atmosphere, and this enhanced edition is just an improved version. It also includes the following DLC content, so a great purchase there, and I'm sure this is a game a lot of you guys missed out on, and if you're a fan of zombie games, it's gonna be right up your alley. A great one there. Okay, so the last two deals come from the Humble Spring Sale, and of course, if you're a Humble monthly subscriber, you will enjoy an additional 10% off, and you do actually get 5% credit back through Humble Rewards as well, so that's always nice. First up, we've got Vanquish, which is down to $9.99 base. If you're a Humble monthly subscriber, you will get it for $9. Very good game by Platinum Games. It really has that Platinum flavor to it, where it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's very fast-paced and action gameplay. But whenever I talk about Vanquish, I do have to preface it by saying that this game is super short. I'm talking you can complete it in 3.5 hours if you're a decent player. It goes without saying, when it was originally released at a full $60, yeah, not a lot of people picked it up. Now that it's available at a budget price point, at just $9, I think this is a great price to pick up Vanquish for, and it's a super fast-paced third-person shooter. Great gameplay. Again, nothing to write home about with the story, but the gameplay is top notch. And finally, number one, Tales of Berseria is discounted to $15 from its $50 retail price. And again, if you're a monthly subscriber, you will get it for $13.49. Tales of Berseria is one of those games that's really retained its value as well. If you want a very accessible Japanese RPG, this is a great one. And it's got your typical revenge story. The main character's brother dies, you're on a revenge quest. Nothing too revolutionary in terms of storytelling, but I found the characters very likable. The Tales of gameplay is always solid. Obviously, artistically, a more anime-influenced art style, as is the case with all of the Tales of games, so it might turn some people off. But hey, if you can get past that, you'll find a really good RPG. Most consider Tales of Berseria to be one of the best Tales of games, and I would definitely agree with that. that is going to conclude this video. As always, the links to all of these games will be in the description box down below. Batman Arkham Knight, while it was one of the worst ports of all time, $4.50 for the base game or $8 for the premium edition, that's really good, as is Mad Max for $4.50. Vanquish for $10 is solid, and Tales of Berseria for $15, not bad either. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.